Sonny, you're an experienced player. You've played for a lot of good clubs, long career. What's the FA Cup mean to you?
I still think there's a lot of magic in the FA Cup. I do know that obviously in the past, I think there's probably a little bit more magic there, probably meant a little bit more to clubs. That's what it feels like anyway when you look at all the footage. But for me as a player, and I think I speak for all the players, it's still a wonderful competition and a chance. Our only real chance now of coming up against a top club in the country. So yeah, there is magic there. I've played in some good FA Cup fixtures in the past, and yeah, we want to win. We want to go into it positive. We want to win the game, and hopefully, if we can, we've got a job to do. But if we do that job and we win, then we've got a chance of drawing someone in the higher divisions.
Yeah, I might ask you about one or two of those games that you've played in a moment, but I think everybody knows that every team now, every club has to focus so much on the league. It sounds though for the players there is still real excitement about this competition.
Yeah, definitely there is. Your bread and butter is your league fixtures. We understand that, especially for the club. We spoke about at the start of the season, trying to gain promotion, and that's our main goal. But if we can go on a good cup run, we'll take that as well, and I think everyone at the club will. I don't think this season we're bombarded with too many fixtures. Obviously, we're already out of the EFL Cup, so I think we can pretty much put everything into it, especially with a break coming up. But yeah, like I say, if we stay positive and we train well the next couple of days, we go into Crewe and hopefully we can win.
Talked about you and games that you've played in. I would assume Anfield is up there on the list in the third round.
Yeah, that's probably the only one that I'd bring up and speak about. We played against Chelsea a couple of years ago whilst I was at Luton, which was a magic game, but there was no fans there, which it took the shine off it a little bit, because the whole point of drawing these big clubs, especially away from home, is for the fans as well. That's what it's mainly for. The players love it, and we love challenging ourselves against the best players. But to take your fans with you away from home, that's what it's about. And on that day, I think it was during a lockdown period, and we couldn't have our fans there, so it did take the shine off it a little bit. But with Plymouth, we went there, I think roughly around 6 years ago now, maybe more, 7 years ago. We went to Anfield, and it wasn't a glamorous game by any stretch of the imagination. I've watched it back. It was an uncomfortable day, really, for both teams. We had backs against the wall, as you'd expect. A League Two team against a Premier League team, and Liverpool didn't really get going that day. And I think that was full credit to us. That's the way we wanted it, and we drew 0-0. I think I got someone gave me the man of the match, so I tell people I got an MOM that day. And then we went back to home park. Unfortunately, we got beat 1-0, but it's a memory that'll last me probably for the rest of my life.
In terms of how this game fits into the season, and I guess where the team is at the moment, such a good performance on Tuesday night, and you want to keep some momentum. So is that where this game comes in for you? Yeah,
definitely. I think we've struggled with consistency. I think everybody knows that. Over the past sort of 6-7 weeks, I don't think we've had dreadful performances, but we haven't really been able to go back to back in the league, and that's something we need to do. And in order to do that, I think it's important that we keep up with our consistency and our results. The next two games are cup games, so I think we'll be looking for positive performances, and we then come up against Barnsley, and again, it's a game that we're definitely looking to win.
And for you personally, I suppose it's now about trying to cement a place in the side, having got back in against Northampton.
Yeah, of course. I understand that it's a team game. Of course I do. I think everyone will play their part in the season, but at some point you've got to be a little bit selfish as well and think about yourself. And I haven't started a league game for over 2 months before Northampton, and that's left me a little bit frustrated, if I'm honest. And that frustration, I think, is pretty normal, pretty natural for any footballer that cares about their career and wants to play games. So I've been a bit fortunate in getting my chance, obviously with Cash, receiving five yellows. But I feel like I put in a strong performance, and it was a clean sheet, probably my best performance in a Derby shirt, and it's my job now to give them a chance again, to perform at them levels again and perform consistently.